What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have an Icarus Week 135 update. This week we have the new stone brick building pieces, as you can see behind me here. We also get some news on Prometheus 2 and some new building types like round building pieces coming soon in the next expansion, as well as some news about crop changes next week. Let's get into it, shall we? Icarus Week 135 Stone Brick Building Tier. This week we get a new Stone Brick Building Tier aesthetic. It's available at the Tier 3 Masonry bench or higher, of course, and gives you a fresh design for your base. This building tier is available on all maps and biomes. They also go on about the Prometheus Park 2 upgrade that they're working on and different building piece variations in their next week's crop changes, which is basically their interaction with biomes and weather patterns. Two notable improvements they added this week was the Abyss mission. They fixed a case where you can have no objectives because the mission waits for you to return to the island before the final objective triggers, and also the context menu for items while not on planet only ever shows repair and destroy now. They also go on to talk about this week's stone brick building tier, which is a new building material that you have in Icarus now. Finally, you don't need a DLC to unlock this, but you do have to have a tier 3 masonry bench or higher to craft it. And it basically requires refined wood, steel screws, and tree sap for you to craft it. It is an alternative to the clay brick that they introduced in Prometheus, and provides a similar level of protection and durability. So let's show you where it's unlocked at. It is unlocked in Tier 3, and of course down here at the very end on the bottom you'll see stone brick building base set. This gives you all that, and then of course this gives you all the advanced building set. As you can see there, that's the half pieces and a roof corner. And you have to have at least an advanced masonry bench to craft. We have both in electric and advanced here. We have the electric we're going to use right now. Just kind of show you, it does require quite a bit of stone brick. So we have all the stone brick recipes here in the bottom, which interestingly enough, we don't actually have a foundation, it looks like, for stone brick, which is fine, I guess. But there is no foundation piece. It seems like we do have floor and beams though, so you kind of use that as a foundation if you wanted to. And they all require refined wood, stone brick, and quite a bit of it, may I add, and tree sap, as well as steel screw. Stone brick is easily crafted with only 3 stone per brick, but keep in mind that most recipes do require anywhere close to 40 stone brick. So that means that for every stone brick, you have to have 3 stone. And that means that these 40 brick recipes require you to have about 120 stone per piece. So you have to have a decent amount of stone and process it for this stone brick materials. And then you could craft them. We have a few already crafted, we're going to show you. And of course they all come with their different variations, but we're going to show you some of these real quick and what they look like. I think it looks okay. That is the floor right there, or the ceiling pieces that we've put on top of a concrete foundation here. And we got the walls, the door frame here, corner pieces, and this is kind of what it looks like on the back side of them too. Just your basic wood and brick look, really. Kind of a gray brick look. Here's the stairs. This is the roofs, what they look like. And of course we have the floor piece and the half floor piece. We have the windows, which looks kind of like the clay, honestly, with the little part above it, which is quite interesting. The pillars, which is that one right there and this one right here. And the double window there. So yeah, it's a different building piece. It's supposed to be pretty much the clay of all biomes in all maps, so you could use it. Now, it is quite a strong material, actually. We have the stone brick here ramp and also the stone roof ramp. And as you'll see, it is about 1,000 more HP. And it actually weighs less, it looks like, than the stone does. About half the weight, it looks like. And it does give 10 insulation from temperature, plus 100% falling tree resistance, and plus 65% wind resistance. And it says here, shaped stone, the building blocks of civilized construction. And yeah, quite durable. That's kind of what it looks like when it gives out a little bit. When you're going to get it destroyed, or whenever it's getting destroyed. Looks like it kind of breaks up in little block pieces, which is pretty neat, actually. And of course, you could just repair it with a hammer. Like so. So, what do you think about the new building piece that they added this week? Are you going to use it in your builds? I might use it the next time that I build something. Maybe. We'll see. It's a pretty brick. It's just kind of gray and bland, honestly. Reminds me a lot of concrete. I wish we could have red brick, to be honest with you, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Moving right along, we have Prometheus Part 2, and they're currently working on the missions and working on all the testing for Prometheus and working on a new large creature, looks like, as well, and playing around with its behaviors. They're planning on moving it to closed beta soon, and if you're interested in more details on that, kind of keep an eye on their Discord, they say. Coming soon, it says, building alternatives. Now, it says coming soon. So, are they working on Dangerous Horizons soon? The reason why I say this is because if you read this verbatim here, it says, we've been listening to community requests for more building piece alternatives, and they've been working on the curved and angled pieces, along with expanding grid placement on building pieces to support diagonal placement. And so far, their testing has been promising, and this is likely to be something they'll be adding as part of their free update when they release the next major expansion, Dangerous Horizons. They also go on to talk about next week's change is going to be crops, weather, and biome interaction. Basically, it's an adjustment to the crop system to account for biomes and their impact on different plants. All crops will now have more success growing in biomes with favorable conditions, and certain crops will incur large debuffs if they're not in appropriate biomes. For example, you can't grow outdoors in the Arctic anymore. However, if you do build a greenhouse, you can. Crops will also be affected by weather patterns, and your choice of crop plot or mound will determine if the crop survives a storm or not. They're also going to be bringing new shovels to create better quality dirt mounds for crops to be grown in, creating a new tier in between dirt mounds and crop plots. And this is the changelog. We don't have really much to show you in the changelog because there's not much there. So they're talking about the tier 3 stone bricks and how they're added to the upgrade hammer in the news content section. The Matariki mission is now locked behind correct package ID. They unlocked the Kiwi mission and removed DLC package flag requirement. And in the new content section, let's take a look. They talk about adding new building lookup rows for limestone and stone brick. And that's it. There's nothing else in the changelog. And thank you so much to the late night crew: KHX, Sergio, Wolfie, Sandy, Silver, John, Rodnob, Aaron, Steady Bob, EMC2, Jim K72, Kristen, Jaybird, Fubar, Chris, Sky Reaper 1, Valiant, Gamer Joe, Fabio, Hagar, Alpha Tanker, Tyler, and Darkside. Thank you so much for being part of the late night crew and for supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to our supporters as well. So yeah, honestly, that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Subscribe will get you weekly Icarus update videos just like this one. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace.